Yo, what's going on, guys? Mason here, back with the Manchester United afternoon news. Big news coming in. We're going to talk about two things today that just want to get off my chest, really, because to be honest, I woke up at 10 o'clock and I was reading these news that some news that are happening this morning. As you know, I think this has happened. Tunezebe has gone on loan to not Manchester, Villa. By the way, and Martial apparently and Pogba are up for sale. Well, Martial's up for sale, and Camavinga looks like it's not. Real Madrid are in links with Camavinga. So let's get on with it. Martial, what is going on? What is going on with Martial? Why are we putting up Martial up sale? We're live. But yeah, the talks of Martial. Listen, with Martial, the thing is about Martial is Martial's apparently up for sale. Manchester United does want to get rid of Martial. My opinion on that is why? Why are we trying to get rid of Martial? The thing about Martial is I'm willing to keep Martial, but the fact is we're trying to get rid of Martial over the likes of Jesse Lingard, Dan James, other players like Garner, not like get rid of Garner, but Phil Jones and all that. But we're willing to put Martial up for sale. In my opinion, that's ridiculous. Why are we putting out Martial up for sale? That's really pathetic. We're going to keep Jesse Lingard, Dan James, and again, some of you might want Martial because apparently the money, but there's nothing wrong with the money. I think if we sell Lingard, Andres Pereira, Dan James, you're still looking over maybe 40 million, maybe 50 in total. That's still pretty decent. So if you want a midfield, go ahead. You still got enough money to get these players, but we're not. And Massa, but we're not getting any rid of players. We're just keeping the deadwoods, and the players we're getting rid of for the likes of Tunezebe and Martial, we're getting rid of them. What's going on? What is going on? It makes no sense at all. What's going on? Because again, that's just ridiculous. Martial. If it was Pogba up for sale, I'm a big fan of Pogba. If it was Pogba up for sale, if he doesn't, if Pogba wants to leave and you put him up for sale, fair enough. If Martial does not want to leave and you're going to put him up for sale, ridiculous, man. And again, just we're keeping these deadwood, it's unbelievable. But yeah, Martial, according to people online and all that, Martial is rumoured to be Manchester United wants to get rid of Martial, but obviously Tunezebe, let's get onto him. He's gone to Villa on loan. In my opinion, putting Tunezebe on loan might be a huge mistake. Might be, because I know he needs game time, but we chose not to give him game time. This is the thing why I kind of do not like Ole's choices. Last season, he could have played Tunezebe countless times. When Bailey came in, he was great. When Lindelof got injured, there was a chance for Tunezebe to play. And to be fair, hold on, guys. Hold on. Jesse's gonna join. Hold on, guys. Let me just copy this clipboard. My thing's glitching. Hold on. Bloody hell. But Yes, but yeah, Tunzebe's gone on loan. I am not surprised one bit. I knew he was going to go on loan to. I think I knew he was going to go on loan. I pretty much knew it was going to be Villa. But in my opinion, what people are asking me, what's my opinion on that? My opinion on Tunzebe going to Villa is a good thing, in my opinion, for him. Now, I'm going to be honest. That's a good thing. Villa's in the Premier League, right? Villa has a decent defence. Villa's in the Premier League, right? If Manchester United, if he has a good games against this season, right, loads of good games, there is no need to keep loaning him out. And by the way, this is I fucking don't know how many times he's been loaned out, but this is the second time he's been loaned out, right? And I just I don't get it. Like, I don't get why we are loaning out players every time. We've loaned out to Chon again for the second season in a row. Why can't we transfer this? Angel Gomez is an example. We had Angel Gomez at Manchester United. We didn't add him on loan. Can you be quiet? But let me just get my headphones on, guys. In terms of Swansea, but Tarif Chom, he's a player that, fuck's sake, my earphone's been a pain in the ass. Put it there. But yeah, Sean, on my other hand, he's been on loan for. I'm gonna take. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go get my earphones. What? Right, I'm back, guys. But yeah, but Gomez is. I like to say Gomez is a sample. I like to say because right, samples here. Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
Good.
We were just talking about Martial going up for sale. Is a rumor to be up for sale, and we're talking about obviously the Tuanzebe thing. So we'll just get to the Martial thing. Obviously, what's your opinion? Because Martial's up for sale, and I was saying Martial's up for sale, but we're keeping the likes of Jesse Lingard, Andres Pereira, Dan James, Phil Jones, Deadwood in this club, but we're getting rid of probably our most important players, for example, Tuanzebe and all that, on loan and all that, but we're not selling them. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, I don't think it's. I can hear an echo. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah, hold on. Is that better?
How about now? Yeah. Okay.
Huh? No, it's good. All right. What you can say?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't get it at all. I know that he had one. I know he had an off year, but I think he's still. We Manchester United don't have that much depth in the forward line to just get rid of one of them, and then on top, like you said, to get rid of Tuanzebe and then to keep James and Lingard and Mata. I don't get it.
Exactly. It's like we're just getting rid of the players that are important to us, like the players that have proved themselves at seasons, while the players we're keeping haven't really proved themselves in the starting lineup. Like Jesse Lingard, for example. Yeah, that he had a great run with West Ham, but was that Manchester United? No, it wasn't. It was at West Ham. Andres Piero got the chance before Bruno came, and he was shocking. And Dan James has not had that few games of runs at the start, and then he's just never got. He's had his every so often game, but really, as a winger, he's been shocking. Like the Everton game yesterday, I couldn't even notice he was in the game. It was like, where's Wally playing that game? Where was he? Like literally, I was trying to find him. He was so invincible in that game. Like the wingers, as soon as Mata came on, and we kept Dan. I think we kept Dan James on the left wing. I thought, and then putting Pop on the left wing was bad. But really, we're keeping these deadwood clubs. But Martial has proven himself. He can score. Yeah, welcome stream, Musa. But yeah, Martial proved himself in what 20 was it 2019? Yeah, 2019-20 season. He proved himself. He was a great striker. But because one bad game of form, people want to get rid of him. If he goes, that means the striker position really it's you've only got strikers really because Greenwood can play right wing. Um, he plays right wing. He don't really play striker, and Cavani he plays up striker most of the games. So we haven't got really much strikers. So if Martial goes, what are we going to do with the strikers?
Yeah, and people are kidding themselves if they think that Cavani can play even 70% of the games. Like he's gonna pick up an injury. He's not gonna be able to play every game. Greenwood is great. I like Greenwood, but he's not ready to just be the number 9 for the whole season. Like
Yeah,
Martial is actually got value, and again, yeah, I will admit I'm a Martial in guy, and I will admit he had a bad year. But I think he's earned enough. If Ali has earned enough for one more season, I think Martial has earned enough. If Dan James could be kept here for 3 or 4 games a season, like let's be honest, if it's not City and if it's not Leeds, are you really gonna get anything out of Dan James? Yeah, he keeps his
exactly,
shape. He keeps his shape. So what? That doesn't mean that he
exactly.
does anything. He just does one. He's one dimensional. You know he's one dimensional. So yeah, he keeps his shape. Good for you. So what? Man,
Yeah,
Mount says
exactly.
I have around. So what? Like I don't get this. Like it's always just because Martial doesn't smile as much as people want him to smile that they assume he's got a bad attitude. You know,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
and again, we're not as deep in the striker role. We're not as deep in the striker role as people think we are. And I think if we get rid of Martial and you don't bring in another striker, it's gonna be bad news because you know what that means. They'll rush
Mm.
back Marcus Rashford and they'll play him up front.
Exactly. And Rashford, look, he's the same like Martial. I think it was he didn't last season. Look, he scored the goals, but let's be real here. Did he really have that impact as a left wing? Not really. I think his goals helped him a lot. Overall performances, he was lacking for me personally, and that's what I said to Davey. I said, "Well, yeah, I agree. His goals, good. Don't get me wrong. His stats is great, but if you're looking at his overall performance, it was lacking crazily, and you could tell. And I could tell he's injured. Okay, fair enough, and it is the manager's fault. But it's also Rashford should comes up and say, "Listen, I get I want to play, but I'm injured right now. I need a rest." He didn't ever said that, and that's the thing. And we could tell Rashford was injured. He needed to say something, but of course he wants to be a yes man because he knows some players said no, they'll never get much game times. So
Like again, that's what drives me crazy. Everyone talks about Martial's poor attitude, right? And Cavani said, "I'm not gonna play if I'm not feeling 100%." Ali kind of came out last year, threw him under the bus, and said, "Well, our fitness club said he was fit, but he didn't feel right, so he didn't play." No one said a word. But Martial has a
that,
bad attitude. I don't get it. I think it's I don't know. I have my own opinions, to be honest with you. Why people don't like Martial. I think it's kind of nefarious if you want to know the truth. And I
mm,
think it's more than just he's got a poor attitude. Because again, Cavani, and I don't trust. And I didn't blame Cavani because I don't trust Manchester United's fitness team either. But what they
Yeah,
handled, how they handled Marcus Rashford, this dude couldn't even put on a boot at one point, and yet they would work on him enough until he was healthy enough to play. So if I was Cavani, I'd be like, no, screw you. I don't feel right. I'm not playing. But Martial has a poor attitude.
exactly. Absolutely. But yeah, again, it's like, wow, it's exactly, it's like Martial's got the attitude, but if Martial's not fit, or Martial or Cavani's not fit, and they say they're not fit, they know they're not fit. They wouldn't make excuse up, to be fair. Like, they're not Neymar. Like, they wouldn't make excuse. Like, don't think Cavani's got the attitude of that. It's just the fitness thinks they've got an attitude because they're saying they're not fit. And that's what I mean. The fitness at this club is so poor. Literally, he needs to improve. But I was going on back to 172. Like, this is his second loan at Villa, which is a good thing for him personally because it's in the Premier League. Villa, I predict they'll get 9th or 8th. So it could be a good, like, little thing for him. He's already proved himself against the likes of PSG. He played well during that little run with Bailey. Didn't think he played too bad. So I still think this is a good move for him. But personally, for Manchester United, it's ridiculous that we keep loaning him out. This is the second time we've loaned him out to Villa. And we did that with Chon. This is the second season that we loaned out Chon. But then Angel Gomez, who's just won the championship with France, who's done much more better than Chon, personally, in loans, and Palestri, when he was on loan, got sold straight away. Didn't even go on loan. He got sold for free to Lille. So if you're going to say, oh, they're fair because they're loaning these players out, how are they fair? Because they didn't let Gomez go on loan to prove himself. They sold him,
Well, to be
and he's.
fair, did they offer him a contract and he turned it down?
Well, I think no wonder he turned it down. I don't get. I get what he's doing because look what he's doing now. He did in the Portuguese league. Lille loaned him out. He did well in the Portuguese league. He's come
Right.
back. He's played in the final. He's won the thing. The reason
Yeah.
why he turned us down because
Yeah.
he was hyped up to be the great talent, and he knew he was talented. But instead of giving him a chance, who were we giving chances? Who were we giving that cam a go? Pierre and Lingard, and they were shit. We never ever gave him a chance, except for one or two Europa League games. And Tunezebe has also proved himself. He's a good centre back, but I kind of knew he was going to go on loan anyway to Villa, and it's down to poor management. And yesterday, no disrespect, I'm not going to mention names. When Manny said that these what's it called, scouting and all that are great, they're not. They're not great at scouting because I'm looking at the scouting they're doing right now. Camavinga and Trippier. Like, are they a CDM? Do we need Trippier? And then the players we're selling, I'm sorry, but it's also down to the manager because the manager's not going up to the thing and say, look, I don't want this player. I don't want this player. I don't want this player. And I'll tell you what, yeah, Lingard, I get you want to prove yourself right, but Donny van der Beek couldn't even get a game last season. You won't get a game this season, mate. I'm sorry. You will not play as much games as Bruno, and then if you play him on the left wing, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Lingard's not a left winger. Lingard's not even really a right wing. He's a cam. He proved that at West Ham. He's a cam. He's a 4-2-3-1 player. He plays in that 4-2-3-1 perfectly fine with Moyes, but even with a top four club, he wouldn't play well. And that's why he did well at West Ham, but he chose to stay here. And I was speaking to Realist that time. I said, well, if he stays, that's his fault. It's no one else's fault. Really, it's his fault. He had the choice to leave. He could. Probably West Ham wants him now, to be honest. But he's got no choice. But Tuanzebe going on loan. What's your opinion on that?
I'm so frustrated with that. I look at who's remaining, and then Tuanzebe goes out on loan, and it really boils my blood. Like, I like Eric Bailly a lot. I like what he brings. But if you tell me that Eric Bailly's fitness is better than Tuanzebe's, I'm gonna laugh in your face. Like, so it can't be because of that. And then, like, you gave Eric Bailly a new contract. You're barely gonna play him, and then you have a homegrown talent in Tuanzebe, and you can't find any game time for him. And then I hear so much about Tunzebe's fitness. Wasn't Lindelof playing with like a broken back last season?
Yeah,
Like you
and he
mean to
came
tell
back.
me you can't
And he
find a
came,
space for? I'm sorry, it gets me. Like
yeah,
every time
I was going to say he came back from Everton and got straight in the team after that. After Elliot Bailey was having his good running games with Maguire, I was like, what? Like we're just going to put someone who's just been injured. This is what we're going to do with Rashford. Rashford's going to come back 2 months later, walk straight in that team. Like, do we not think of these fitness? These players, put them on the bench, yeah. Let them come on for at least 20, 30 minutes, yeah. But do not start them for 1 hour or even more than four, like the first half or second half, because they're going to get injured again and their fitness will go down. You need to let them have a little bit of run the games, and if they're ready, have a full game. But we don't do that. We put them straight in the team like we did with Lindelof Street. That frustrates me because people say, "Oh, Tunzebi fitness." Well, yeah, because he had one injury that season. What was it when? What was it? 18, 19? No, 1920 season. He was injured. That was one season. And you're not telling me Eric Bailey, who's an injury prone. Injury prone. Like, seriously, he's had an injury every season.
yeah, I mean they both do suffer a lot of injuries. I do get that, but I think Tuanzebe has shown by now his quality, and that's just what
Exactly.
Tuanzebe is. I get tired personally of hearing that Ollie's this great man manager, because no, he's not. He plays his favorites and then he placates to them. That's not really man management. That's being too much of a coward and not having a backbone, in my opinion. He doesn't want to show
Exactly.
off his boys. That's what I see that as. Because if he was a better manager, he would have helped Van de Beek understand why he didn't play him more. Because Van de Beek came out and made enough comments, his agent made enough comments to know that that wasn't their plan. Like, I still think back to Danny Van de Beek saying that it was a conversation with Ollie that made him want to come here. So what did Ollie tell him? Did he sell him a bucket of dreams? Because then if Ollie had said, listen, I think you're a good player. I just don't think you're quite ready yet. Take your time. Be patient. One, Donny Van de Beek would have said, no, thank you. I have offers elsewhere. Or he would have at least been more ready for that. So I don't want to hear
Yeah.
this whole man management thing. What it is that he placates to his favorites and spites the rest of the team for it. That is not man management.
Well, according to the early inners, Manny said it before, he didn't want Van der Beek. I don't care if you don't want Van der Beek, mate. I don't care. You still put him in the fucking team, though. Because we paid this money. He's a proven centre mid cam, right? And you're not going to play him over Fred Tom. This is the thing, though. I don't care if you didn't want him or not. You still put him in the team, whether you like it or not, because he is a worthy centre mid. Worthy cam. When we found out we got Van der Beek, I was like, good, right? Because at the time, we didn't know
Dude, I
about
was
Pogba. So, yeah, I was. But we didn't know about Pogba, because, and I thought, could be a good play. But then Pogba stayed. I was like, okay, we get to see how Van der Beek and Pogba does to, like, maybe together or maybe switch it up a little bit. He didn't play them. I don't even know how many times he had the chance to play Pogba, Van der Beek, and Bruno in a fucking diamond. I don't know if he could still play a diamond now, but I doubt he'll play a diamond. But a diamond, right, was the best formation we had last season, right? Because you had the likes of Van der Beek, Pogba, and Bruno together, right? And Max is obviously a holding CDM, and then you had the likes of Martial and Rashford up striker. That was so Greenwood. That was so much better. But we decided no, we're going to stick to the 43. And that's what I think. Uli Innes was like, oh, but Uli's going to change his formation. Don't worry, don't worry. If he would change his formation, he would have gone. He would have played a diamond straight away in that pre-season, and then get prepared for the Premier League to play that formation in the pre-season, ready for the Premier League. But he didn't. He stuck to a 4-2-3-1. And it don't fit us really. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. It don't really. Like,
And it goes back to my whole comment about his man management is a myth. Because you know what else is man management? You bring in someone like Donnie. First of all, the Glazers, everyone talks about how the Glazers don't want to spend money, right? Everyone's like, the Glazers are this, they're that. So do you think they forced Donnie onto Ollie Because they were like, if Ollie's like, I don't want him, they're like, okay, great, we don't have to spend that money. So I don't want to hear that he didn't want him. He sanctioned it. There's no way Donnie was brought in with him at least saying okay. So let's just get that out the way. And then secondly,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about man management when you think he's nothing more than a replacement for Bruno, right? That's
yeah,
all he's going to use it for. And then you run Bruno into the ground. You don't take him out. You don't give him space. Like there was plenty of times when you could have taken Bruno out in the 70th minute, 75th minute, and put Donnie in and given Donnie games to build that. So I don't want to hear about his, his management. He ran Rashford into the ground. He ran Bruno into the ground, and then he had perfectly good backup like Donnie sitting there festering away.
yeah, exactly. It's like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Like, I get the Glazers are the problem, and this is what I mean. I had loads of arguments. I joined in the argument with David yesterday in the Discord. I respect Ule, Aaron, Manny ish. Like, it's your opinion, I get it, but like, I'm not. I could go in the comments right now, right, and I could read. I'm going to read it now what I said, and I'm not being disrespectful to them, right? But I just really want to get this off my chest because this is what I mean. I was right. I said to them, look, because they were going about Chelsea. Oh, but he's still a winner, yeah. But and I said, look, you guys all, and I said this countlessly. You guys say Ole needs time, right? Um, went to Chelsea. Doesn't matter. Like, it don't matter if Tuchel's team was better. Look what happened, right? And this is why I always bring Tuchel or Klopp. They won a trophy or they got top four, right? To be honest, you could say, oh, Ole hasn't got the players. And this is what I said last season, yeah? He could have played Mattis, Van der Beek, and Pogba and Fred, right? And he chose not to. He played McFred. And he could have played more attacking, but he didn't. He relied on individual brilliance. And to be honest, second place, right? We nearly lost to Liverpool, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Oh, I think I lost you.
sorry? What?
I was losing you for a second there.
Oh yeah, I'll say Jose is a winner. We were talking about Jose, but Jose's not a winner anymore. He's not because look at Tottenham. He's done poor. And Roma, if he does alright, Roma, I'm not surprised because that tactics might work in Serie A. So this is the thing. It's the same excuse with Ole. I get you. I get people want to give him a chance, but how many chances are we going to give the manager? To be honest, like we've gave him.
Excuses for him. That's the thing. Certain Ollie enters, they'll just do nothing but make excuses for him the rest of the time he's here. They're always gonna find some reason. It's always gonna be something that they're gonna use as an excuse. And they would never
Exactly.
do that for anyone else that wasn't a club legend, and it just drives me crazy because it's all about the sentimentality stuff. And Alex Ferguson would boo out legends of this club when he felt it was their time.
Exactly what
He
Rio said.
he did it to Keno. He did it to David Beckham. David Beckham still had a lot of his career left when he left
Yeah.
Manchester United. He left in 2003. He still had a lot of his career left. He still went. He won in Real Madrid. He went and won in the MLS. So he still had a lot to offer. And Ferguson was like, "Out you go." And now we have people that we can't seem to let go of, like Mata. I don't get Mata. And then Matic proved me wrong. He showed me that he has something to offer. I thought he was totally spent. And
Yeah.
the Wolves game and yesterday's game showed me he can at least offer you something. And if we had a manager who could manage his players better, you could bring in a Matic for like 65, 70 minutes, really take hold of the game, and then bring in the sub to finish it off. If we had
Exactly.
a manager who understood how to manage more, in my opinion. Like, the more I try to be respectful towards Ollie and say, you know what, he's gotten us as far as he could. I just think he's
No.
lacking a bit. Every time I try to be, I think about certain things like that he does, and it makes my blood boil, man. Like I tried to be. I tried to be like, I try to be fair, right? I try to say, hey, you know what? Maybe he's just limited. Maybe he can't go any farther. He did right the ship. It was toxic. Like I saw the worst Twitter take in a long time that I saw yesterday. I almost responded to it, and I said, no. Someone, a pretty famous YouTuber, that's all I'll say because I don't want to act like I'm, bashing
I
up
think I know. I think I
was
know
like,
you're on about.
imagine Mourinho with that PSG side, and I nearly threw my phone. I'm like, what's Mourinho gonna do with that PSG side? Nothing. It doesn't matter. He's past it. His tactics don't matter. Do you think Neymar is gonna play Mourinho's game? Come on.
No.
There's a reason why Tuchel didn't last. Tuchel plays a better version of Mourinho's game. He plays a more advanced version. And so every time I try my best to be fair to Ollie and try to be reasonable about it, he does something that just ticks me off to a level that I have to stop. I have to get offline or else I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Exactly. I can't really have one conversation with the LA inners because they just make me so mad with all the things they say, and it's annoying to be honest. Like, why? Just why you got to do that? Why you got to say, "Oh, second, this, that"? Mate, are you serious? You're telling me that
Oh, I think I lost you again. Is it me?
it's alright, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm still here.
All right. Sorry about that.
But yeah, personally, I can't have a conversation with you. I try to, but I don't know if I can. To be honest, I try my best when I do my streams. If there's any early in it, fair enough. I do I do my thing, and I try and think, but it just doesn't work. But yeah, obviously, Leeds next Saturday in it, so big game. But last but not least, we'll talk about Leeds game afterwards anyway. But last but not least, Camavinga. Real Madrid might be going for Camavinga. I hope Real Madrid buys Camavinga. I'm not being rude to Camavinga. Good player. He's not. I don't want him to join United. I've said this to Realist. I said this to David. I said this to you. He will be the next Donny van der Beek at Manchester United. He will not get many game times. He's not going to get put straight in that team because he's no Fred. He's no McTominay. I'm sorry. He's not going to be a fan favourite. He's going to be a fan favourite. He gets a chance. Maybe the fans might love him because he's French and he might be the next Paul Pogba. But me personally, he's not going to be. He's not a holding CDM. Why we're going for him anyway? We said we want a CDM. Are they deaf or are they just blind to scouting? Because we said we want a CDM. We need a CDM, right? But we're going for a box-to-box midfielder. How many box-to-box midfielders are we going to fucking have in this club? We've got Fred, McTominay, Pogba, Van der Beek. Bruno's a box-to-box player-ish. Pierre, Lingard. How many box-to-box players are we going to have in this club? Are we not going to get a proper CDM like Garner or Matic? They're the only two CDMs at the club. And Garner, we don't play. And Matic, well, we played him pre-season. And we didn't play him last season much. And I know he made the mistake with Leicester, but the fact that he's shown he's still got it, why didn't we play him last season then over McTominay and Fred? That don't make sense. Like, seriously. And Trippier. I just do not get why we're going for Trippier. I don't. Like, fucking hell. Like, how? Like, you're going to waste 30 million on Trippier. It just don't make sense. Like, Trippier's a good player. I said that. And I said on Twitter, if he was cheap, if we get a CDM first, maybe we'll go for him for 10 million. Maybe. Right? On my Twitter. Because, could be a good backup for Van der Saka. Could help him, maybe. He could come in and do a job too.
Would be a backup, though. That's the thing.
But to think, yeah, I want him as a backup, but I doubt he would. But looking at Delot yesterday, and that's what I mean. I don't think we should have put all our perfect things in the game yesterday. We should have waited till Leeds, but that proved to me a couple of players could still do the job. Like the lot could still play well, and Matic and Van der Beek, right? And there's players who didn't. Right, Lindelof done all right, but Lindelof has a good game, then he plays bad, then he plays okay, then he plays bad. Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka on the other hand played all right, but the players I'm sick, I'm tired, right? Who I don't want to play is Dan James and Mata. Because Mata, listen, you could say, oh, Mata's got the intelligence. He hasn't got the legs. As a right wing, though, why do we keep playing right wing? I don't get that. Because he hasn't got the pace. Have you seen how many times the fullbacks from the other team ran past him? Remember Leicester, Ben Chil, was it Ben Chil? Yeah, Ben Chil when he was at Leicester, 2017-18, the first season with, huh?
He fried him, like,
yeah, exactly. And we're keeping him.
Yeah, I agree.
2 or 3, yeah, it's like.
It's been a while.
3 seasons, yeah.
It's been a while, yeah.
Nothing's going to change. Once your legs are gone, once you've been proven your pace is gone, there's not really much coming back in it. And people can say, oh, but yeah, Matic's legs is gone. Not really, though, because Matic is still putting on a good game. Because, like, 7-6, he still didn't play bad with Andrew. When Ole came in first, he played well with Herrera and Pogba. Then lockdown, we came back from lockdown, he played super well. When Pogba got injured in January, I think it was 2020, he started playing well. And he played back well when he came back. And the last season, we didn't really get to see him play. So we couldn't judge him. We've judged him yesterday. We watched the Everton game. I don't know if you watched it. I think you saw the highlights. You must have saw the highlights. But
yeah,
he played so well. Like Van der Beek and he played well with Wolves anyway. People only noticed the midfield yesterday, right? I noticed the midfield with Van der Beek and Matic when we beat Wolves 2-1. That's when I first noticed, this could be a good midfield.
It wasn't even that bad against Leicester.
No, it wasn't that bad against Leicester too, yeah.
Leicester, I'm thinking about, didn't they play that midfield? What was that game where, like, they had to play, like, a bunch of reserves because it was, like, the schedule was so tight? Do you remember what I'm talking
Leicester,
about?
yeah, it was Leicester.
Yeah, it was Leicester. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Leicester.
That game either, so it seems like it should work, but I never trusted Ollie's. Like, I don't get this whole Ollie as a director of football. Because one, he's nothing but a yes man, so what would that change? And then two, I don't really dig his ability to judge talent, unless it's like super like smack you in your face obvious. I don't really agree with his judgment of talent. I don't think he really has that good judgment personally. You know,
exactly.
I think there's always a better team that he could play that he just doesn't seem to be able to do. And what drives me crazy is once in a while, he's like that bad boyfriend that you always hear people have where they just do the wrong thing all the time. And he does that one thing and suddenly it's all great. Like, he's terrible at making substitutions. Then he subs in Cavani at halftime in Southampton. They come back, win the game, and everyone's like, you see? Oh, he knows how to do it. And I go, yeah, he does, and he still doesn't do it enough. Exactly. It's not enough. And it's like, it's okay. What drives me crazy is how people's minds are so, like, the attention span is so short. Most of the fan base was like, maybe Ollie could come in, do okay, right the ship. I don't think he's the guy to go forward, but hopefully he can right the ship. And now everyone's like, no, man, he's the future. Why can't you see what Ollie's building? And it's like, it was okay to say that he's taking this team as far as it can go. That's okay to say. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Like, you know, I don't understand this whole waiting for him to get good. That mentality fries my brain. It really does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously, I agree. His tactics, his choices. That's what I mean. That's why I can't be really in anymore because the choices he's made over and over. He had his final chance in the final. He finally made it to a final after three semi-finals losses, and he fucks it up by not even attacking Villa. This is what I mean. If you have Pogba, Fred, right? They could do the job right against Villa. They could break them down. Martial, Cavani, and we had Greenwood, right? Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood, I could see at the start were trying to create something, but they couldn't. But this is the thing, though. If he's a tactics, in that final, I don't get it. People can say, oh, but it's one game, though. One game. It's the biggest fucking match we've had in 4 years. A
But it's
final.
not. It's not one game.
It's not
It's
one game,
not
but
one
it's the
game.
biggest game. But it's not.
It's
No, it's
the
not one
biggest
game.
game. I agree with you. It's the biggest game, but it's not. This is
Exactly.
this is a consistent issue with him.
Exactly. We can't
You
break the teams down. We can't break them down, even because I'm not being rude. Why people say, but Freddie McTominay's bad. I get they're bad, but whose fault is it? I get they're playing bad. Whose fault? Who picks the teams? Who goes, all right, he's going here. Formation 4-2-3-1, two CMs, right? Fred McTominay, fantastic. Scooby, whatever, right? Shaggy and Scooby, right? Put them in the midfield. Who picks the team? He does. He plays Fred McTominay. He tells them to go fucking protect the thing. So then, and this is what I mean. Back to the Martial bet quickly. Why does Martial play? But I know he had a bad season. But why half the time he does have the bad games? There's no service. He gets no service. It's what I mean. When we were going for Cristiano Ronaldo, there was no. Well, I was like, why are we bringing him in? Why are we bringing a striker in when we can't get fucking service from anyone? Like, seriously. This is what I mean. Fred and McTominay. They are two. They're not even CDMs anyway. And they're getting chose to protect the ball. I don't care if they have one good game. One fucking good game. What, out of 40 games they've had? It's ridiculous. And I'm sorry, mate. If he was a genius manager in that final, I don't care if it was. He should have done loads of better subs anyway before. But in that final, especially, if you knew De Gea was bad at penalties and you know he can't save penalties much, there's Dean Henderson who had a better record than the year before that, who could have subbed off instead of Matteo Telles and put him in the fucking penalties. Maybe we could have done something then. And also, we shouldn't be gone to penalties anyway, because actually, he subbed Greenwood off for Fred.
Yeah,
And he put on late substitution 105th minute. And I know it's not the only one. And I remember the Leicester game. That's what pissed me off. Leicester, we couldn't even break them down. He played Matic and Fred. I was like, hold up. You could have even played Van der Beek in that. I said Van der Beek and Matic should have played in that game personally. We didn't. We played Matic and Fred. And that didn't really work out fine anyway. But he chose to play. There's no service. That's what I mean. There's no service. And Greenwood, I feel bad person. I'm not saying I feel bad because I know he's doing better than right wing. But really, why are we playing a striker up right wing? I didn't get that because every time I watch the game, Greenwood's about to score. I'm like, hold on. If he's scoring, what is he doing on the right wing? Why can't he be put up in his original position? It's like, what are you doing? How is this this manager genius? Because he got second place.
Right. Well, I had an argument with somebody, and they're like, because I was like, what are we doing? Why isn't Cavani back in training? Why isn't Pogba back in training? And everyone's like, well, they need time off. And I was like, yeah, I need time off, but my job tells me no, and I go to work. And they're like, well, maybe it's in their contracts. I'm like, all you're doing is confirming how bad Manchester United is run. Like, if they were run better, then they wouldn't just let their players just have carte blanche. And you know what it does? It's another excuse. Because now, if United starts the season off poor, it's like, well, we really didn't have a preseason. And it's like, yeah, that's the same excuse from last year. But this year, it's
exactly.
Last year was an actual excuse. COVID, that was actually an excuse. This year,
yeah, that was.
The fact that there really hasn't been a game until Everton is on the club. Get your players in. Get your players in. Mark Goldberg said it 100 times. What? Pogba got eliminated 2 weeks before, and he just is now getting back. I don't want to hear, well, maybe it was agreed upon and it was written upon. No, all you're doing is making excuses. Stop making excuses. I don't want to hear people be like, oh, well, I agree with Ollie. Donnie has never really shown me why he should play. I'm like, has he ever been bad? No, but he's never really shown me why he's played. Has Fred and McTominay been bad? Well, yeah, but no. You're making excuses.
Exactly. Like, seriously, there's no more excuses, guys. He's got the players. I don't care if you can say the midfield or not. I don't care about the midfield. Listen, if you say, oh, but he needs a CDM, fuck off with that excuse now. I'm sorry. Fuck off with that. Because actually, like I said a minute today, 10 minutes ago, we had the midfield last season. We had a choice of the midfield, and you chose out of all the players, Freddie McTominay, who are good, but technically at the starting lineup are the weakest players. Not saying they're good, they're bad, but they're technically are the weakest players out of Matic, Pogba, and Van de Beek, really, in my opinion. So that too. So again, you're making up excuses again, over and over again. It's what I mean. If you're going to say Uli out, I'm not saying you need to give me a good choice, right? I can't just hear you're a PE teacher because he is a PE teacher, but I want to hear a proper excuse. Us Uli outers, on the other hand, I've proven why we're Uli out. But the Ulianers, apparently, that's what I mean. I had Manuel on my show, Manny, and I think you remember that. I respect his. I get where he's coming. I don't get where he's coming from because he's saying he's Uli in, but he's saying most of these things he's saying, right, are making me the reason why we're Uli out. That's what me and Davey said. So you're just telling me you're giving me a reason why to be Uli out, not right reason to be Uli in. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, final thing. Do you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with you, actually.
Yeah.
You and I need to scrap over something. Because how have you been calling them Shaggy and Scooby, and never it's Scrappy and Scooby Doo, man? It's gotta be. It's gotta be Scrappy and Scooby Doo. Come on.
I haven't watched Scooby Doo in ages, guys. I haven't watched that. I forgot about that. I forgot about the little dog because he was only in like a little minor clip, and he was in Scooby Doo 1, but I forgot. But yeah,
he had his own TV show.
I haven't watched the old TV show in ages though, so I completely forgot.
So,
but
that's one thing I say. It's not Shaggy and Scooby. It's Scrappy and Scooby Doo.
Yeah, but final thing. Before we go on about these games, to all those fans saying, but you moan about the Mark Goldbridge get buying Man U TV and moan about t-shirts, you're going to go and pay a ticket for Man United. I'm actually not paying a ticket to Man United. I'm actually booking it from Norwich. So I'm giving Norwich the money because actually Norwich kind of deserve the money because at least they're trying to do something. I'm not giving the fucking Glazers money. Fuck off. I'm not booking it from Manchester United.
I'll be honest. I got a ticket to Old Trafford. I'll raise my hand. But it's
sweet.
It's probably the only time I'll be able to go in my life because it's super expensive. The whole thing, flight, tickets, hotel. But that's a one-time purchase. Where MUTV is a monthly or yearly subscription.
Yeah.
Like even if you bought the kit, that's pretty much a one-time payment. But MUTV is a rolling payment, so don't give me that crap.
I'm not buying the kit anyway.
You know what?
I'm not buying the kit.
I like how the kit looked, but I didn't like it on TV. On TV, I didn't like how it looks. I thought it looked off. But yeah, that's what drives me crazy. Is I'll put my hands up and say. I have bought a ticket. As long as COVID doesn't come back worse than ever.
Yeah.
By January, you shouldn't have to quarantine anymore. If you're double vaxxed up, which I am, you shouldn't have to. So I'm gonna go out there in April.
I don't have to quarantine because, to be fair, the club I'm going to is the reason why I bought a ticket because it's actually nearer. It's only about 5 minutes away from my house.
Right. So you said
I live near there, so that's why I got it because it's like, oh no, it's just back in the Premier League. I could watch Manchester United play. My brother wants to go see Man City and Norwich. I was like, well, mate, I'm not going to that game, mate, because I'll just be cheering for Norwich. I'll be like, go Norwich. To be fair, I'm not cheering for Norwich. I like as much as Norwich my home team. I just prefer Manchester United, so I'm just going to support Man United. But yeah, obviously, I'm not giving them a ticket. I'm giving Norwich. But even if it is a ticket. It's a you want to go see Manchester United live. What games are you seeing? What game are you going to go see then?
So it says it's subject to change. It should be the Norwich one, but it's
home.
Yeah, it's in April, and it said it should be. Yeah, I know, right? But it's the one.
Yeah.
It's subject to change because of if they make it into like farther into competitions and stuff. But let me make sure I got. I'll tell you right now, real quick.
Yeah, because that's a bit weird.
I have the
I'm booking.
email from.
I'm booking my tickets in October because I don't want to do it yet too early because we've still got till December till my game is. So.
Yeah, and the reason why I did that is because I have. It's part of the air package that I bought. So, but yeah, let me get it up for you here. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'd love to go to Old Trafford though, but it's a bit too far for me personally, drive wise. It's about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, it's So the one you're going to is in December, right?
Yeah, the one is December 11th.
Yeah, April 16th. Yeah. So see here, they have the 16th or the 22nd. It could be because of there might be competition. So what it is, I bought the airplane, about the air package, and then it had to become like I had to like buy like a single game membership. They called it, and
Yeah,
this is what I did last time. This is what I did in 2019, right before COVID hit. I was supposed to go in May, and
yeah,
I have a massive inspection that my company has to do at the beginning of the
yeah.
year. Otherwise, I would go earlier because those are cheaper tickets. But the weather might be bad.
Well, the tickets for me personally are not bad. I think for an adult, my mum will cost because I got my mum. I'm only 15 and it's like 40 quid because it's gold. It's all the Norwich tickets. So basically, Norwich tickets. If it's like Brighton and all that, that'll be cheaper. If it's silver, it'll be a little bit sports spent, and then the gold teams like Arsenal will be gold.
Yeah.
Mine's only 18 quid, and then it's like 40 quid. But then I need to get a bus there, obviously, because I'm not driving. So we get a bus there or train, and we're just gonna go straight there. To be honest, it's at 3 o'clock. It's on a Saturday, so it's not on school week. So I'm quite happy
Right.
with that.
Yeah. I gotta say,
And hopefully,
I was surprised at how cheap it was. Like, I was kind of jealous actually of what you guys have to pay. For example, I paid about it was about $78. Excuse me, 78 pounds, which was
you can say
about
dollars.
yeah, which is about $85. It was
Yeah.
85 American, about 78 pounds, and I was surprised. One ticket for the Red Sox is $200 usually. It's 200 usually. So when I bought that ticket, I was shocked at how cheap it was. I was like, man,
Obviously, and then
is it
obviously when you get,
yeah.
huh? Obviously when you get to England, you obviously have to like try and change the pound notes too. Just if you want to buy like some, I don't know, scarf or something like that for
My
like
bank will do it
yourself.
for me. My bank, they have this thing now where because I started this back in 2019, right before COVID. I don't know if you remember, I was telling you guys I had my plane ticket booked. I was at hotel was it Hotel Football? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
The one Neville owns. I had all that booked. I went through a flight agent, had it all booked, and my bank, they give you a special card that if you lose it, you can just get a new one and no one else can use it.
Yeah.
And what they do is they put on there the currency for you that you're going to use in the country. So I had put money on there that was converted to British pound.
Yeah. That'd be good though. That's good because your first game, it could be my first football game. Obviously, I won't be going to Manchester United, of course. Hopefully, I'll see Flex there because my game review there. So that'd be good. That'd be good. But last but not least, I want to go on to the Leeds game because obviously that is going to be the game on next Saturday at 12:30. I don't know why it's got to be. Oh, that's bad for you, isn't it? Because that means it's going to be like
6:30 in the morning.
6:30. Yeah. Why I got to do it so? That's quite early. Obviously, for us personally, it's start the afternoon, so
Yeah.
it's not a bummer for the English fan.
I told you that's why I don't play the fantasy football anymore because like a lot of times you have to lock your team in by like my time, like 4 o'clock in the morning. So a lot of times I'll forget and I'll just stay asleep. And if United's not playing early in the morning, I don't get up. So
Yeah, obviously I've done my team already, but my friends will understand. Well, my other mate, what was his name, who's in the stream? Not Seal, the other guy, not Realist, the other guy. I forgot his name. Apologise to him. He got me into his league, and I went, all right. Apparently, you'll get 300, 200, 100 pound if you get first, second, 100. I went, sweet, sweet. I might buy myself a laptop or a drum kit. No, I'm kidding. I'm getting a drum kit for my birthday. I'm not going to be a spoiled brat, guys. But Leeds United, because obviously I've got to go college next year, so that's going to be a bummer. So less videos are going to get us uploaded. But obviously, Leeds United, can't wait to see your intros back for the Premier League.
I'm actually.
Are you going to do? Are you doing your Premier League predictions this year?
Today.
Oh yeah, last year.
Actually, I have it written up. I'm gonna record it today.
Yeah, because obviously I did mine. I thought mine straight away, to be honest. But some people probably I mucked up with one. That was it. Southampton 13. Yeah, I was like, I was talking to Realist. He was like, I saw Danny Inks went to fucking South thing. I went, oh fuck's sake! I should have put the fucking 17th, 18th now.
They still have Che Adams. Like you need to put some.
Che Adams sounds like someone from the Adams family.
Yeah, I can't.
My God.
That, man. I can't even finish that one.
Yeah, but Leeds United. Who do you think will win?
I think United. Oh, sorry, I can't do that. I think Manchester will win, but
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't think it's gonna be
Easy game.
I think it's gonna be a win or a draw. I don't think Leeds will win it, but I think remember people forget that Bielsa played United a lot differently at Ellen Road, and he played way more defensive than people were ready for, and United ended up being 0-0. So I could see that happening again. I think Manchester United will scam a victory. I don't know why. I just get that feeling.
Individual brilliance again, won't it? But obviously Rashford won't be there, which is good to see. Cavani will probably be playing.
You think so?
I think Cavani will play. Yeah.
I feel like back until Monday, right?
Is he not?
Yeah, I don't think he's back yet. I don't think, unless I'm misheard.
If he's not back, then he'll still play him. I think. I have that. It's early, isn't it? And I think he'll play Pogba on the left wing and play Fred because he will play Pogba on that left wing, and this is why I mean. I get why Pogba's going on about he wants to leave because if he's getting put on fucking left wing and moved about a lot, he could go to another club that a better manager could figure out where he plays and all that. This is why Pogba wants to leave, guys. Like it's not because we don't win trophies. It could be that too. But you got to realise Pogba gets moved quite a lot at the start of 11. Pogba's the one who gets moved quite a lot. He goes from centre mid, he gets moved to cam. Sometimes if Bruno's playing in like a cup game, he puts Pogba on the cam, and then he puts Pogba in left wing. And I'm like, dude, look, he done well left wing, but he's not a left wing. He's a centre mid. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like seriously, and that's what I mean. This is why he wants to leave, personally, in my opinion. So, but anyway, thank you for joining, Jesse. It was actually quite unexpected. Didn't know you were going to join, so it was quite good. Obviously, I hope you lot enjoyed the afternoon show. It was actually planned, but it was random. I might do a stream to start a Fall Guys. That might return tonight as the new season. So, Raid Guys is going to return tonight, probably about 7-ish, 7:30 UK time. You can figure. I think it's like 2:00 for you, your time. Obviously, it's a Sunday, so obviously everyone will be off work, hopefully. But I turn to the Leeds game. I will be doing the review after that. The game's ended because it's obviously. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.